Too hard for the wheels to roll on. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We've got this cannon. Well, I've got this cannon. And you guys go to Home Depot to buy, like, I don't know, stuff to fix your house. I went to Home Depot with a tennis ball in my hand, and I went surreptitiously to all different sizes of pipe. Okay, this was after my old tennis ball cannon, which never really fit tennis balls very well. You had to like wrap the tennis balls with tape and stuff, and I think that one is gone. But the projectile for that was like this special projectile. Eventually, that cannon burst, caught on fire, and I had to carry it outside. Okay, so this new one has the added safety feature of shrapnel catching metal cloth on the outside, right? So that if it does burst and a piece of plastic, shut up, breaks loose, okay, it's not going to like sever your jugular. I don't think it will, probably not. It's probably not going to do anything, right? Okay, this screening, for sure, that's going to make this part safe, yeah? Okay. But anyway, it turns out that I believe a 2-inch pipe is too small, 3-inch pipe is too big, because tennis balls apparently are about 2.5 inches in diameter, right? And so where do you get 2.5 inch? Well, not in the sewer section. You have to go to the electrical. They sell conduit, right? So I took the tennis ball and I stuck it in the 2.5 inch. I believe it's 2.5. It's one of the halves, right? And I said, hey, this one, conduit. Okay. And then on this end, I put a clean out. This is maybe it's 3.5, and this goes to a 4-inch. I don't know what it is. I don't remember. We could just measure it. Couldn't I measure it? I could, right? And so inside there, what I've got is actually a couple, do you guys see a couple wires in there? Yes. Yeah? Okay. I put a couple wires in there, and what we're going to do is we're going to set it off the same way we did the methanol cannon. We're going to hit it with a Tesla coil, and it's going to set off the tennis ball, and yeah, there we go. Oh, I know. Yeah. Okay. So I did not inspire him, though, by the way. He did that all by himself. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to hit this thing with a little juice. Now, the way this is going to work, 7.56 plus or minus 0.1. Okay. This thing has a mass of 7.56 plus or minus 0.1 kilograms. And I did this with one of my triple beam balances. I put an inadvisable number of counterweights on it, and this is what I think it is. That's my uncertainty. And we're going to fire the cannon off this way, yes? Okay. And the cannonball is going to go this way really, really fast. And we have in the past tried to just time it directly by having students sit there with a stopwatch and see how long it takes for it to cross a floor tile, which is a foot in length. And basically the students just said it's going really fast because they couldn't see it, right? And so what we're going to do instead is some kid pointed out, hey, look, the cannon's recoiling at some particular velocity, yes? Okay? And it seems to me that if we know that if we measure how long it takes, the distance it takes for it to stop, if we know the time it takes for it to stop, don't we know the final velocity is 0? Whoops. Don't we know the final velocity is 0? Can't we use some clever formula like S is U plus V over 2 times T to find the initial velocity? If we know everything else, how far it goes, that its final velocity is rest, and that the time it took was something? Yes? Don't we? Can't we? Yes. So that's what we're going to do is we are going to measure how far it goes. We're going to measure the time it takes to stop, and then we know that the final velocity is 0, right? And then if we know the velocity that this thing had right after the explosion, and we know the mass of the tennis ball and the mass of the cart, isn't that just momentum? That's just momentum, right? It's just we could figure out the velocity of the tennis ball, yeah? Now, several things about this. The tennis ball goes very fast, okay? It sometimes is on fire after it goes, okay? So I need somebody to track down the tennis ball. In the past, it's like bounced off and been in that dark corridor outside the main office and has still been on fire. And people from the main office walked out and saw a flaming ball rolling around on the ground, right? So we really don't want that. So I need a fire person. I won't say fireman, a fire person. Someone who's in charge of there we go. Here he is, Spencer. is our man. Okay, do you want to back him up on that? Allison and Spencer will be, you guys track that thing down. One of you look at the boxes. Sometimes they catch on fire. Okay, one of you track down the ball. Sometimes the ball will stop in one of the boxes, and the thing to do is just carry it outside and just kick it all apart. You know, and if it really starts to burn, we'll get marshmallows. Okay, right? Okay. Now the second thing is that sometimes people walk. We're going to be right out here. Sometimes people walk out in front of the cannon, which on the face of it seems inadvisable, but they just don't know what they're doing. Okay, so we need some people to sort of stand up there in those doorways, and when I'm ready to fire, just kind of physically stop people if you need to. Okay, Jessica will do that. Anybody else? We need like 2, 3, or 4 people. Stand up. You're not in any danger. You're going to be just off to the side in those doorways. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, okay. Let's have one more. One more. There we go. Lizzie got her hand up just slightly ahead of you. What? Is Dan going to do it? All right. There we go. Okay, I need a couple people that aren't spazzes to time for us. And by that I just mean when the thing goes boom, you know, or something like that, you know, like drop the stopwatch or something like that, right? Calm hand. There we go. Megan. We need another person. We need another timer just in case Megan's nerves are not of steel. There we go. Michael's going to do it. Were you doing that? Did that why you had your hand out?
No, I was saying how horrible I was, but...
Well, there you go. That's good. Okay. And so what we're going to do, timers. Megan and Michael. That's easy. They're both M's. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on your mark, get set, and then hit it with the torch, and it should go boom right then. You're going to start it then, and then you're going to watch the cart, watch it slowly stop, and try to stop it when it stops, and that's the hardest thing, right? Because maybe should we get one more timer? Then we'll have 3 timers. Who else wants to? Somebody else does. Shamika does. Thank you. She doesn't even know she's volunteering for this. Okay. And then let's see. I need somebody in charge of the target. And these things, we're going to lay these down on the ground like this in front of it. And the idea is that it slows the ball down enough that it doesn't shatter one of the tempered glass windows of the doors. Okay. Those are really strong glass doors. Like we hit them on the extravaganza night. Somebody hit them with a enormous crossbow bolt and they didn't break. I mean, not a hard one. It was cushioned. But who wants to be the positioner of the... Anna, he doesn't know it, but she wants to do this. There you go. There you go. All right. She's like, I don't think I do. Okay, let's see. Explosives. Methanol. I've got methanol. I've got hearing protection. Eye protection. Woo! All right. I think we're